One thing that I learned, I gotta have in my heart. See the people, y'all, they see it. Or when you got them, or when they got them. When you got them on the side, it shows from your heart. It shows from your talk, by your walk. It shows. That's why you got to have the Lord everywhere. One thing that I learned, that I got to have the Lord. I can't live without Jesus, and that's why I got to have the Lord. Tell the Lord is in my heart. Been there from the start, and I got to take it. Got to.